Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone, I know y'all are tired of me by now, but I'm sitting here all alone on this Sunday afternoon listening to all the weather reports about Hurricane Henri. And I'm fine. I think we're finally getting some rain from this thing, y'all. Because we didn't hardly haven't had one downpour. I know you can't hardly see this, but the wind is starting to pick up over here, and I don't know what's going on. It looks like I don't know if you could see that, but let me take a walk over here to the front door, y'all. I'm trying to be like keep you informed on what's going on over here. I know you can definitely hear it. If you can't see it, you can certainly hear it. And it's not. The clouds are not really dark. They're like gray, but you see it mixed with some. You can see where the clouds are mixing. I don't know. I just really can't even describe it. You know what it seems like? It seems like a downpour of a spring. You know how it rains in the spring and how it looks in the spring sometimes? Well, this is what this reminds me of. Let me see if you can see it better if I go over by the trees. It's coming down, y'all, pretty good. And I don't see not one soul. I don't see not one car. Way down the street there, I see what looks like a truck. And it's not running down the street. It doesn't seem to be running down the street because it hasn't been pouring like this for a while. And what seems to happen is it seems to rain a while and then lets up a while. And it sounds like I hear some water running from somewhere. I don't know where. Because I have a drain. There's a drain over here in my yard over here. It might be running down in there. I'm not sure. You know, like a sewer drain. It might be running down in there. I'm not really sure. But I do hear it. Oh, here come some cars now. I see a car. I see a truck. And it's still coming down really good, y'all. Really good. It would be some really good sweeping weather, but I got a problem with a certain smell in my house. That's, I don't know, it's coming from the neighbors, I guess, smoking that stuff, and it just makes me sick. Matter of fact, that's why I'm sort of out here trying to clear my nostrils and my lungs, because it's in my whole bedroom. That's why I had to get up out of my bed and go to another part of the house. And then I turned my exhaust fan on in the bathroom. And I'm about ready to turn the fan on in the kitchen to see if that helps. Because it's really annoying, all that. I know I used to smoke cigarettes, but I never smoked this kind of stuff, because it really smells like a skunk. And it's all up. There goes Alexa again, y'all. You know what, y'all? I did not cook anything for dinner. And I've been having, I've been saying this for the last few days, the issue that I've been having. I think I'm just going to probably drink some, I don't know, some plain tea, maybe some tea. Yeah, that's what I think I'll have. I'll have some tea to try to settle things down. And I got some clear soups. I can have something like a bouillon or something like that, because I don't know what's going on until I get a chance to go to the doctor to check it out. But anyway, y'all, I just came up here to share that rain, that downpour with you. I don't have anything else to share at this particular moment, but believe me, if I come across some, I'm most definitely going to get over here, as long as I got some power, and as long as my phone. I don't think people's phone. I don't know if their phone's gonna go out or not. If the weather gets real bad. It's just 1 o'clock here right now. It's 1 o'clock, and they're still talking about, you know, the possibility that I think it passed. You know what? I really don't know. I'm not sure what they're talking about. They're talking about Rhode Island, how the storm is going to go up there to Rhode Island. And you know, Rhode Island ain't nothing but seaport, really. You know, they got all this water, which we do too, most of the coastal. There you go. I think that's better. I don't know, y'all. But anyway, most of the ports in Rhode Island, I think, is seaports. My daughter lived there for a while. She lived in, she's since passed away, but she lived in Pawtucket, I think it was, for a few years. And we went up. My granddaughter was there. My little granddaughter, she was only 4 years old at the time, I think about 4. And she spent about 2 weeks with my daughter up there in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And we had to go. Well, we didn't have to. At that time, you know, I'm still married. I had my husband and I had just had my baby. My son was he was like a newborn. He wasn't even crawling or anything because I had to hold him in my lap, you know, the whole drive that we was driving up there. And so we had gone up there to Pawtucket, Rhode Island, to pick up my granddaughter because I don't know if my daughter didn't have food enough to feed her anymore, or she was working and she didn't have any, you know, babysitters or whatever the case may be. But anyway, she stayed up there for 2 weeks, and we went to pick her up and brought her back home with us. So that was how I got to go to Rhode Island. And then another time I went to Bangor, Maine. Can you believe that? I went to the top of the map. And that was actually to help my cousin. Matter of fact, my cousin that recently passed away. We went up there to help. I went up there with my aunt, which my aunt is my mother's sister. And she had asked me, would I go up there, you know, with her to help? I said, yes, I will. And I went up there to help. That's a long drive. And boy, I tell you, they loaded down a U-Haul truck and a trailer. This guy that was driving, I'm trying to think, what was his name? I can't think of it right now, but I've been knowing him for years and years, ever since we came to Connecticut, because he used to try to, you know, sweet talk my mother. Excuse me. And we had a U-Haul trailer hooked onto the back of his station wagon truck, you know, way back in the day. This is like over 45 years ago. And so I said, wow. And then it felt like the trailer, you know, that he had attached to, the U-Haul trailer that he had attached to his, station wagon. Couldn't even think of station wagon. Do they still make station wagons? I don't know. I think they call them SUV. Well, they made differently today, you know, an SUV. And when he was driving, it felt like, you know, I'm sitting in the back seat. And it feels like the trailer feels like it's got the car, like it's going to pull. It was so heavy and packed down, you know, because she was trying to bring some stuff with her, the furniture and stuff like that with her. Because, you know, her and her husband had separated, and she had to move out of her, you know, place that she was living in. And so the trailer was packed down with, you know, she was trying to bring the bed. You know how it is when you separate with your husband. You're trying to save some of the stuff that you got, you know, so you don't have to buy all new, because you ain't got no money, chances are. And her husband, you know, ain't nobody giving you no money. So they packed everything that they could into that, you know, that U-Haul trailer. And it felt like the trailer was swaying. I said, oh, Lord, please don't let this trailer pull this car over. But I know the car was still, you know, heavier than the trailer. But anyway, it took us a long time. I don't know. I think that's like a 12-hour drive or something. I forgot. It was in Bangor, Maine. And But we finally got back here. We got them back here, because this is where she lived. But then when she had gotten married, her husband, he was from him and his parents. Him and his mother, I think they had once upon a time lived there. But then they came to stay down here in New Haven, stay down here in Connecticut. And that's where she had met him at while they were in high school and stuff like that. And then he decided to move back there. And that's how she, got to live there. But anyway, she's back. She came back and she lived the rest of her days back here until back here in May. That's when she passed away. She had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Well, anyway, y'all, I think I'm hungry because you know what? I'm starting to sound real pitiful, y'all. Even to myself. I got to eat, but I'm scared if I eat, what's going to happen? I'm going to get the runs or something again. And so, like I said, I think I'm going to have some, I don't know, have some tea and some soup. That might help me a little bit to, level things out. I wish I had some ginger ale, but I don't have any ginger ale. I do have some pineapple soda, but I'm scared to drink that too. So I'm going to try to keep it clear. And I got 1 pack of Jell-O that in there that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna boil the water. I should have put that on the stove before I got up here, but I had forgotten about the Jell-O. And so I'm gonna have make some Jell-O. I'm gonna keep it clear. I'm trying to keep everything clear. And I got some crackers. I got some Ritz crackers. I don't know if that's considered. I know saltines usually helps you, but I don't know about Ritz. But I gotta have something. I don't know. I gotta have something. And so I'm just gonna make my Jell-O. And then I'm gonna lay back and chill, y'all, for the rest of the day. I don't think I'm gonna make another video today. I don't think so. I think I'm videoed out. I've been making video after video. Gotta save clothes on. I don't even care, y'all. And I'm just chilling back at home. I just sort of wish I had some company today. When you're in the storm, the storm is going on. But it's not bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be sitting here terrified. Like being terrified right about now, because of the strong winds. A Category 1 coming up, going to hit us straight on, I was like, oh my goodness, that's why I had my bag packed. I had my bag packed. I was ready to go if my daughter had called me, because she would have to come to pick me up. Like I said, it's about a 35-minute drive for her there and back. And I, would have to go back home with her. So she didn't come to call me, and I didn't ever call her. I really didn't want to go, though, to tell you the truth. I really did not want to go. But the way that broadcast was, it was going to be horrific. I mean, it is in certain areas. It is horrific. And it's not over yet. This is going to go on all day. The rain, they said it's going to be like a rain all day today, and it may go over into Tuesday, which is fine with me. Ain't got nothing to do except I wanted to go, to a couple appointments. I got to get a mammogram, and I got to get fitted for my shoes. I don't know what that was flying in here. I don't know if that was a gnat or a mosquito. Y'all, I gotta stay off the porch. It must have flew in here when I had the door. Or it could have, if it was a gnat, it probably was already in here. Once you get them gnats in your house, it is hard to get them bad boys out of here, I tell you. And I mean, you go in the kitchen, you got a gnat. You got to cover everything because they're in everything. I had some soda. Not in this particular cup, but a cup like this. And it had soda in it. It was it was like maybe up to about here. Because I never drink a real whole cup of soda. Maybe had it right about there. And I had it sitting up there. And I went to take, I was eating me a sandwich, and I went to take a sip of the soda, and guess what? One of them gnats had decided to go for a swim in my soda. I had to dump that whole cup of, soda. I don't even think I had even taken a sip out of it. I had to dump it. So you got to make sure you keep everything's got to be covered. You can't, that's why I had to make sure I covered my peach pie and put it in the refrigerator. As a matter of fact, I let it cool down. I took it out of the toaster oven, and then I let it cool down a little bit and put it back in the toaster oven until it really got cool enough so I could put it in the refrigerator. Covered with the cling wrap. They are a pain in the behind, I'm telling you. And if you got a dishwasher, anything that's sitting around, they all up in it. I make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. They come over there like they want some of it. Brother, tell you. I'm getting ready to hang up the video, y'all. And I'll probably talk to you again tomorrow when things are much better. But like they always say, this too shall pass. I go with love. Have a great day, y'all. Hasta pronto.